last meeting we
Yeah,
had.
that's why I was curious if she was gonna be zooming again.
Who?
Kathy Bailey.
Oh, she said, I talked to her earlier today and she said she would be.
I think we have Elena in.
Yeah, Elena's on.
And we're on again? Is that just you logging in? Town of Brentwood? Is that us?
Yes.
We're here.
Alright, stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. Jax.
Elena, can you hear us okay?
Is her volume on or?
Who's listening?
Is who?
Who's listening?
Elena, she's the BudCom rep.
Elena, can you hear us okay?
I cannot hear anyone. I don't know, there's no sound.
You guys can hear us, right?
It's on.
In the audience? You guys can hear the speakers?
How about now?
Thank you.
Did you say yes?
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you.
Perfect.
That mask cracks me up. Every time I look at you, I'm just gonna think this little garage door is gonna open. He's gonna stick his tongue out and slap it back shut.
I can't get in trouble for wearing this at work.
Great, we only have, why do we have two check registers?
One was, so this is a 2020 check register to reimburse Dan Wicks and Kevin Nealon for FICA that was withheld by mistake. So that's what that one is, and that's our regular payroll check register.
So we have a reimbursement of Kevin Nealon, $105.40, and Dan Wicks, $93. And then we have 4 payroll checks, Matthew Bergeron for $1528.08, Alexander Hoodsey at $205.24, Timothy Lindeman at $446.54, and Kristen Patch for $482.52, for a total of $2,662.38.
Thank you. Tell me when you're ready.
So,
You want to P2 out of here, John?
Ellen Archeri, $1,013.58. Andrea Bickham, $606.46. Joseph Bird, $1,138.13. Caden Blazik Ahern is $621.65. Kendra Brackett, $476.44. Mark Brightman is $409.46. Gloria Mendia Becerra is $353.75. Gabrielle T. Burgess Labonte, $133.06. Karen Clement, $1,064.98. Jeffrey Collins, $728.86. Katie Coppola, $101.58. Keith Culligan, $448.95. Alyssa Sanuski is $170.58. Michael Dam is $688.59. Kiki Dennis Wall is $119.71. Robert Gagnon is $561.74. Warren Graham is $152.30. Jason Grant is $231.82. Andrew Gray is $448.79. Alexander Hall is $484.20. Mary Lyons Hall is $111.75. John Isabel is $133.47. Kip Kaiser $773.01. Joyce Kegel $494.44. Erica Kenyon is $661.10. Peter King is $77.09. Kevin Nealon is $1,370.49. Julie Labonte is $737.19. Heather Lindsay is $612.24. Olivia Matthews is $179.97. Robert McCon is $153.56. Brandon Messina is $359.44. Aaron Mitchell is $79.73. Casey Newell is $25.56. Sarah Parker $395.53. Jeremy Potter $690.84. Brian Rains is $188.39. Nathan Richards is $581.19. Wayne Robinson is $918.04. Steven Sforza is $1,146.20. Christopher Spitaleri is $1,072.39. Katrina Tennant is $500.15. Josh Turner is $243.46. Olivia Wall is $66.50. Daniel Wicks is $1,081.20. Janice Weirs, $766.63. Jeremy Worcester is $434.70. Daphne Wass is $687.07. Jared Wright Ward is $828.94.
For a total of $25,324.90.
Combined total of $28,185.68. The PD had 29 and a half hours of overtime, fire none, and highway none.
Oh, highway didn't have any, huh?
Nope.
good.
And so we have two different APs. The first one we're gonna do is 2020. And I have two voided checks, one for $14.99 and one for $100.
Tell me when you're ready. Amazon Capital Services, $1,049.98. Bergeron Protective Clothing is $416.35. Chapel Tractor Sales, $33.80. Comcast is $416.80. CWS Fence and Guardrails, $4,450. East Coast Emergency Outfitters, $617.76. E&J Auto Parts is $191.22. Eversource is $18.49. Hartman Oil is $1,235.25. Harrison Schrader Enterprises is $470. Katrina Tennant is $17.99. Joyce Keegle is $44.58. Morton Salt is $12,959.53. New Hampshire Fish and Game is $3,652.80. Treasure.
50, 362.50.
50, I'm sorry, you're right. Treasurer State of New Hampshire is $50 even. Pine State Elevator Company is $419.27. Quill Corporation is $514.96, and WB Mason is $20.52.
For a total of $26,579.
We have two ACH withdrawals, one to the co-op for $607,635, and one to Swavey for an even $205,000. And then these are gonna be 2021.
Pretty quick. Tell me when you're ready. Center for Occupational Health, $190. Mary E. Bartlett Memorial Library, $19,950. James Weishout is $2,000 even. Heather Worski is $1,054.72. New Hampshire Municipal Bond Bank, $36,184.38. New Hampshire Municipal Management Association, $4,420. Valak J.P. Morgan Chase is $246.45.
For a total of $64,045.55.
And if you add it all together, we come to $903,259.55.
Wow.
And as they say, easy come, easy go.
You don't subscribe to that?
We do not prescribe
Ouch.
that. That was a lot of money for this school. A lot.
Is it the 129 that it says that? Okay.
Wow.
You didn't even comment on the 607,000.
I was choking on my breath.
It's,
I didn't see him sneak a drink, so.
$905,820,000.
it's down from 670,000 bills. Look at all the money we saved, because they readjusted the schedule.
Yeah, that's good.
So we have less
We're the
students, is
only
that what you're
ones in
saying?
school.
Pardon?
We have less students, is that why?
We're
They
the only ones
readjusted
in
the
school.
schedule. It
I
didn't
know
say it
we,
was
I know
cheaper.
we have less students, but that's all right, they're gonna make up next year, because they want a 10% increase in their budget.
But before this 820,000, we had 7,280,000.
I thought we
That's
had,
an all-time high.
yeah, I thought we were in good shape.
We are in good shape.
We were.
We're in good hands too.
Another insurance reference.
Swayze's the
We're
only,
only good hands.
Swayze's the only school in the SAU that's face to face.
No, not for the next 2 weeks. They're on remote.
Well, no, but I mean, what are the other schools doing?
They tried to be face-to-face.
Yeah.
That didn't last very long.
That
You
makes
wanna know
me
what they're
wanna-
doing?
I wanna scream.
I
Thanks,
saw my,
John.
Thank you, John.
I saw my daughter take gym class on the floor, and the coach said, "All right, everyone get up and go take the showers." And I was like, "You didn't move from the computer."
What?
Building.
He cut out 15 minutes early for them to take showers.
Three Puns LLC, we have 3 James Circle, 4 James Circle, 5, 6, and 8 James Circle, whole house electric permits.
They're building like crazy over there.
Yes,
Oh,
sure
isn't
are.
that amazing?
Of course, they're calling Wayne too to shovel the walkways.
What?
We don't have to do the sidewalks.
He called him for the sidewalks.
They did.
You tell them to,
No, remember? We were talking about that at the highway show. He got a phone call for that. We don't ever do that. do we?
That's right. No.
no.
We don't have.
Well, technically, if we put sidewalks on a town road,
We
Well,
would.
we
then-
would have to maintain them,
That's
but
Right, but that's not
we
a town.
haven't installed any sidewalks on
We
town
haven't
roads.
removed.
Well, they're
North
installing,
Road is not a town road.
but if they're installing the sidewalks when they turn
That's up
those
to them.
roads over,
I don't think that road will ever be turned over,
because it
Will it?
doesn't meet our,
No.
doesn't meet the compliance, right? You said it's too thin?
because it's an association.
Oh, kind of like the mills?
Yeah.
Well, Wilson
Yeah.
Way, isn't Wilson Way an association?
Yep.
And they turned over?
We could still take it, but it would still be up to the association to maintain the sidewalks. I think that's the way it's written in their easement deeds.
I heard they want streetlights.
Put streetlights up.
Well, they did that over
No, they
in the
want-
Meadows? I think the Meadows has
They want
streetlights.
the town to put in
No.
streetlights.
No, this,
Good.
there was an argument at the last
It's called flashlights.
Alright,
planning board.
Make motion for that.
Second.
motion and second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Make motion for non-public.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion on non-public? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Oh, was I supposed to say seal the minutes or no?
No.
They were
No,
out.
that was last time, right?
When you come out of the meeting, you
I'm just making sure I don't have to say it again.
Wayne, since you're here, you wanna talk about your stuff,
About the,
warrant articles and road maintenance?
Yeah.
well, I gave you guys the papers, you read them?
If you wanna go over by the podium.
Okay.
The people in the audience want to
I
hear.
didn't really change anything, I didn't change anything in here for the, let's see, repair and maintenance for the roads. I got 350,000. Now, on the other side of this paper is this is what we wanna do
Yeah.
this year. Wanna do Dudley Road, we need to do that, because that's breaking all up on the backside, and we really need to do the whole thing there. And Skim Milk Lane, I don't know if you guys been in there or not, but Skim Milk Lane, when you go in there, it's going like this now.
Yeah.
We gotta reclaim that whole thing and redo that one. And if the money goes far enough, I wanna do Salmon Way over off the North Road.
Yeah.
Cause that over there, that has a lot of water,
That's
and
good.
it's really getting tender over there, especially around the cul-de-sac. And, we promised those people we were gonna do it this year, but we couldn't do it, because we have to use the money down
Roll.
Roll.
west, so. I'll go as far as I can with the, with 350,000.
Did we ever put a finish coat on Prescott?
But don't need it. The year they did that, that should be good for 5 years. The year they did that, they did some kind of a mix. We did it last year too with our roads. They put some kind of a top in it, as it's in there, so that should hold us to almost 5 years, so you don't have to do it.
Well, Next year is gonna be
No,
4.
4, yeah, we'll probably have to do it next year.
Do you need any money for culvert maintenance?
Culvert, no, I got, no, I'm all
That's
set.
in his budget.
It's in the budget, it's all in the budget. And I got culverts down, I do have culverts out back down.
Oh,
at the
okay.
shed.
I'll make a motion that we do all three.
Have a
Warrant articles.
motion?
Second.
Motion and a second for all three highway warrant articles, which are our usual.
Yeah, road maintenance, vehicles and equipment, and town bridges.
Right.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Have a good night, Wayne.
Okay,
Wait.
thank you.
Whoop.
I have a paving question before Wayne leaves.
Yeah.
So back in April, you got a quote from Bell and Flynn to pave the BRC parking lot.
Yes.
What's the plan to get, it's about $81,000 to have that done.
Can we
What
use
is
impact money for that or not?
No.
No, because it's just a repair, it's maintenance work.
But we have to redo the drainage. Because the drainage doesn't work right over
Yeah.
there.
Do the drainage out of the capital reserve for the bridge money, right?
No,
For the culvert.
It's not a
repair?
bridge.
it's not a bridge.
What's happening is the swale that's supposed to be on the left-hand side is basically filled in.
Yeah.
And now the water seems to be breaking up all that
What
pavement.
road is that on?
The
No,
BRC.
The rec-
BRC.
The rec center.
Oh, the wreck. Yeah, wreck. Oh.
Should we do a separate warrant for that?
Not this year.
Not this year?
I don't think we should do it this year, but, because you're looking at $100,000 project.
That's true. By the time you get done.
We probably should.
Well, maybe we should send Wayne over there and see if there's something he can do to make it so it's not as bad as it is. Especially the swale.
Yeah, why don't I get I'll get a hold of John Bell. Did John already go and look at it?
Yeah.
From him?
Yeah, we
Yes.
got an estimate.
Okay, we'll see if we can do something, patch it, something.
This is with drainage.
That's with drainage?
This is with drainage. 81,250.
That's to do the whole thing over there.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
6-inch asphalt base. Install gravel as needed, compact. And
that's
drainage
also
and
we
swales.
marked out the whole thing, isn't
Mhm.
it?
So that's a completed project of 81,250.
What do we have in
They don't
Did
have
we
any
use
money
some
in
of the
their,
rec money,
they don't have any money in their,
encumbrance?
fund there, what do you call it,
No,
revolving
because it's
fund?
not a capital,
Oh,
it's not something we're doing because of growth. It's maintenance.
in the revolving fund, that has to be growth?
Not the revolving fund,
Well, I'm saying, how much money do they have in their revolving fund?
40 some odd thousand, but that's something that
Oh.
they use, it's
Okay.
it's
Kinda goes back and
constantly
forth.
in and out.
Just a
in and
thought,
out.
just a thought.
No, I like your thought on that
That's
one.
the hot topic.
I'd be all for it.
Do all
Spend
the
it.
Drainage and
Right.
everything.
yes,
Well,
this is,
Let me see John and see, maybe we can go over, he can send an excavator over there, and we might be able to fix some of the drainage, so the water, and then we won't have to.
Well,
do
that'll
the hot
eliminate
top.
some of the problems, sure.
We'll take care of that problem for that, and then if we can do it next year, when we finish the whole thing,
all right.
we'll do that. I think that'll work.
I think so.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And,
Thank you.
Congratulate, the CDL.
Yes.
All right.
The solar array,
Make a motion for that warrant?
now this is year 4 or 5?
Or
5.
4? I thought it was 5.
put it in 17, 18, 19, 20, 5.
Year 5.
So I make a motion for the 17?
Second.
Motion and second for the solar array money, capital. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Make a motion for the capital reserve fund for the IT hardware for 25,000?
Second?
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Make a motion for the capital reserve fund for reevaluation of $25,000?
Second?
Motion and second. Any discussion?
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Oh,
Make a motion for the capital reserve fund for maintenance of town buildings,
Second.
50,000.
Any discussion?
How much is
Oh.
in there? How much do we have in there?
Not much.
Not
much,
No.
right?
No, we chewed through
No,
some
we
of it,
kinda
so.
spent all that this year.
I think between historical and here,
Right.
Pretty much.
I think
Yeah, well-
we're under 10, aren't we?
No,
The carpet's coming out of this,
the carpet's coming out of here.
Well,
So
we
we'll
are, that
have,
existing now.
there's 59 in there now, and then the carpet project was approved up to 20, so that'll leave down to 40.
Okay.
And then you have the door project at the BRC still, that you'll need to complete next
Which is,
year.
That's not that much.
Which will be somewhere between 10 and 18, depending on, that's just for the doors, and then a hardware may be additional.
Then I'm sure we're gonna need something at the library, cause if I remember, I
Yeah,
saw
the
something at the
chimney or-
library.
And there's always something at the Grange.
alright,
All right.
so there's a motion and a second for 50, do I have, all in favor?
I,
Aye.
Any discussion? Any opposed?
explain this one, Andy, you're the one.
So, I've heard different opinions and views of this. So, the winter maintenance revolving account, if we have leftover money at the end of the year from the snow and ice budget, it can go in there for a high season so that Wayne's budget can be more
Stable.
stable,
Right.
instead of taxation on what we think we might need and then give it all back.
Right,
So some people are in favor of giving it all back, and some people think it's a good idea, so,
now you're talking about the budget committee,
no, people just in general.
oh, in general. I think it's a great idea, I'll make a motion.
If we do this, there'll be at least 50,000, and if he's left over this year, we'll put that in there as well, right?
Well, no, that's what would be left over from this year.
It's encumbering it, basically.
So we'd encumber 50,000 from whatever might be left over.
In 2021,
Yeah.
for 2022.
Right.
Yeah.
But the money will just be there, and then,
Yes.
we'll take it out of his,
So the idea is, say he sets, what, it's snow and ice right now?
What do you guys left?
No, what is it, his budget?
oh, it's,
We'll go 100,000 to make it easy.
okay,
Normally, if he averages spending 80,000,
yep,
we can make it 80,000 because now we have this buffer account, that if we have an extra 2 snowstorms, we have the money to take it out of the buffer account.
So we don't have to pay for extra salt and
I
sand
see
because he
what
has
you're
that money
saying.
sitting there.
so we're just gonna put 50,000 in there as a, just in case we underestimate.
Right.
Okay.
So we would streamline the snow and ice budget to be
Yeah.
more
That's what it's
accurate.
gonna be every year, there it is,
Right,
It's steady Eddie.
I like that,
because snow and ice, you have to budget for the worst.
yeah, because you don't know.
Right. But this fund gives you the ability to have the what if set aside.
Okay.
I made the motion.
Yes, you did, second.
There's a motion and a second to put forth the establishment of a winter maintenance fund. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? So this next one is in response to the budget committee last night. The budget committee cut $30,000 out of insurance.
How,
You can't do that.
They can, yes, they can.
They can do anything they want, we don't have to approve it.
So,
But you still have to pay, you can't do that.
right,
You
so
have to
which
pay
means
that.
we have to find, well,
$30,000?
well, there's two things. My opinion is it, on the floor of town meeting, we're gonna ask to increase it back
To 30, yeah.
to 30,000, but, Karen found a law that we can establish a benefits fund that's not subject to budget committee.
So if we set up like, kinda like we just did on the last one, the expendable
Wait,
trust
wait,
fund,
wait,
is that what it
Before we
is?
get into that, aren't we, doesn't the town have an obligation to pay the benefits that we've,
Yes,
our
but-
employees that, so how can you cut that money?
Because then it forces us. The
To make a
The
decision
quote
on,
from the budget committee was last night was to show the selectmen that we're serious about them needing to control the insurance costs.
We don't have any control
We
over
have
that.
control of the insurance costs.
Well, some members of the board believe that we should increase our deductibles and
look for
make our
different
employees
plans.
pay more.
Look for
Okay, we
different
could,
plans.
Oh.
I guess we could do that, but
So, but there was a lengthy discussion about just randomly cutting
$30,000.
$30,000 and that if that's what they want, it should be cut from a budget and not insurance, because we're bound by our insurance contract for the year, but that's what they did, and that's why this is down here, to see if we wanna do it. I'm not really a fan of it, but I think it's kind of going around
It's
the
circumventing
vote
it.
of town meeting.
I think let it go to town meeting. I don't like, I let the legislative body speak and say, this is what the budget committee wants. We still have to provide these benefits. We're fine for these benefits unless the town elected body says no.
Well, either way, for 2021, we're paying for the benefits.
Right.
Whether it,
So we either have to,
Fine $30,000.
well, either the town has to say yes, put the 30,000 back in there.
no matter what, this wouldn't fix
Yeah, it's
20.
not gonna fix this
But we
year.
have to find 30,000 somewhere if the town says no.
Right.
We're gonna go with the budget committee, then do they think we have an extra 30,000 somewhere?
Yes,
They do.
yes.
Could they tell us where it is?
When you go home, ask.
I wasn't there.
Let me just say this, we are the legislative body, as you suggest, they're the
No,
budget
the
committee.
town is a legislative
No, the
body.
town.
I understand that, but we make the recommendations to them,
Yes,
and so does the budget committee.
Yeah,
Think about the last.
they have the same responsibility and the same ability to say to the town, this is
Oh,
what
no,
we
I'm not
think,
questioning
and we
that.
say, this is what we think, and then the town has to decide.
No, what I'm saying is, think about the past 8 or 9 or 10 or 12 years. How many times has the budget committee prevailed over the select board suggestion?
Oh, okay.
I can't remember one.
and then Elena, who actually works in the private sector, actually spoke up last night and said, we have good rates. The selectmen aren't spending abnormal amount of money.
Good, good.
And then
That's one of the perks.
she also asked, because we provided a breakdown of what it costs for each employee, she asked the same from the school. So we can compare
What the school is.
what the school is paying, because it looks like it's close. If the quick math is, it looked like the school is paying 18,000 an employee, and what are we at?
About 24.
So,
Well, they have a lot more employees.
right,
They
the
got
risk
more
pool is
bargaining
different.
power.
Exactly.
So, but that's what this is about.
Okay.
I'm not
I don't think.
for that. I
don't
just
we
think
need to do this.
it's just creating a slush fund, and to me, I would just say, you know what, let's just go to town meeting and say, here's what we have for our budget, we're gonna make a recommendation to increase it by $30,000. And let the chips fall where they fall.
Yeah, I don't think we need this. I'm good with the winter thing, I don't think about this.
But we will fight for the employee.
Yeah.
All right,
So we're not gonna do this. Is that the consensus?
it looks like that is tabled.
Okay.
So do we need to open the EMD budget?
No, you just need to vote to increase the 20, so that was to increase the 2020
Oh,
budget
okay.
by that amount to offset the COVID expenses.
So I need a motion to increase the emergency management budget
I'll make a
for
motion.
2020 of $37,301.60,
Second.
which is gonna cover COVID expenses offset by a COVID grant. Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
No.
The library would like to encumber $3,350 for chimney and wall repair. Does anybody know about what's happening with the chimney and the wall?
I do not.
It's leaking. I guess they're doing some mason work for the chimney, and then there's some water that is happening in the basement, and they want to repair there.
Is that a roof problem or?
No, they had the roofing company come out and take a look, and it wasn't really
It's
difficult.
probably a lead flashing that's probably around it, it's probably a flashing that's probably starting to leak in. Wouldn't this just fall into the maintenance, why are we encumbering it?
That's up to you. Do you want to take that out of the capital reserve for maintenance, or do you want to encumber it out of the 2020 budget?
I'd say it should be going through capital reserve, I
Well,
don't
let's
wanna
think
keep
about that.
encumbering all the money.
Well, no, we're not encumbered a lot of money, just the 3,300.
Well, we have encumbered a lot of
We've
money
encumbered a
already.
lot, and over the last several years, this is becoming the go-to for the library. Every time they need something, they encumber.
Well, wait a
Last
minute.
time they wanted to do boilers, they ended up replacing both boilers at the same time versus, hey, this one died, let's replace it. Oh, this one's gonna die, let's replace it. They said, let's replace them both at the same time. It's kinda like getting two new cars at the same time, they both die at the same time. So we should have staggered it, and we
I
didn't.
wasn't talking about the library, I was talking about, in general, we've encumbered a lot of money in the past couple of
Yeah,
years.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's
so to
true.
me, I would say. this
But
should
we're
be going to
talking
maintenance.
$4,600.
That should be going through their maintenance, it should be going through our maintenance budget.
Well,
That's
pest
why we
control
put-
has got to come out of some other element.
Pest control,
Pest
That's,
control should be daily business.
that should be a
That should
maintenance
be a
thing.
maintenance issue for them.
And for them to encumber it, to me, it's just like they're just trying to look at like spending whatever
How
they
we
can.
spend
I
money.
don't wanna do that. We've gotten enough slack from people before about encumbering money willy-nilly, so. To me, it's like, this all should be going through.
well, I'm not gonna pick up a rope. Go.
Would anybody like to move these 3 encumbrances?
Well, the last one's mine.
What's the last one?
The last one is I'd like to encumber the $1,000 deductible to go towards the siding project.
I'll make a motion for the siding repair to fix this insurance
From
thing.
the burn.
Fire loss we had.
That's the insurance, that's an insurance.
Well,
claim,
that's
too.
our building.
But
Right,
we're
so-
gonna get the
But
money
that is
back.
damage done from
A fire loss.
2020, that's actual.
We
Oh,
need,
okay.
we need to do that for our deductible.
So I
Okay.
submitted the claim already, I just got the check, well, the check is in process to be reimbursed, it was just approved by the.
Okay,
So there's a motion,
I'll second it.
motion a second to encumber $1,000 from, where are we taking it from?
From insurance. That's the property liability insurance.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Does anybody see the need to go into non-public for those 2 items, or?
No.
I'm standing the way we were before.
What's this one?
Quick memo from the library about the rest of the money in their operating budget that they're not, that they're turning back from their quarterly payments.
I don't know.
So-
We didn't budget on the last one.
Hold on.
What?
See that?
He
So we're not-
didn't know what it was.
I was like, what's this
Okay.
EEOC, so.
The library has sent us a memo.
A Merry Christmas memo?
I don't think so.
No?
They have $88,958.35 remaining in their budget.
Good, they can pay for the wall and the chimney repair.
Well, no, that's what they wanted to do.
They wanted
We just
to
said no.
encumber it.
They're requesting $3,500 to be covered to cost the repair of the chimney and $350 pest control. And we just said no, so the library has $9,000 to turn back to us.
Good, that's good. That's good, they're not open anyways.
Yes, they are open,
They are open?
yes.
By
By
appointment.
appointment.
But they're open.
Okay.
You can still go there.
By appointment.
By appointment.
Call ahead.
Need to make an appointment to go to get your hair cut. I mean,
That's right, I'm doing that Friday.
But the library, that's a public.
That's why we gotta buy a Flowbee.
You got a town person that does your, they have to do
Wow,
that.
this is
They'll
a
do
tough
that.
crowd.
Sarah, can you help him? Can you help him with his haircut?
He said the back of my head's a mess, but you know, that? I can't see it, so it doesn't
They
matter.
have the new one on TV that you can turn, you can do it like a comb.
Oh, is
Have
it?
you seen that?
no.
It's a new comb Flowbee?
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
a
by
comb.
titanium, blade and it goes like this.
You good, Carol?
Have you tried that?
No, I wanna get it for my kids.
Do you have any?
Kids, yeah, of course. My mother cut my hair once.
I tried it,
In my
they
life,
woke up
once.
bald because I had to pick their heads.
I told her I wasn't going to school.
Kim, I'm gonna unmute you. Do you have anything you'd like to talk about?
She's-
I'm gonna try to unmute you.
she's-
There you go.
Oh, I see a green light.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to talk about, Kim?
Nope, I listened to last night's meeting and
Is that BudCom or?
I
Yes.
Okay.
was, I don't even know how to put it. I was honestly kind of upset with how the budget committee, some of the members felt that it was okay to go against what we've already contractually agreed on as a town to pay for our employees. It concerns me for the rest of our departments. Because as it is, we pay for that for our police and everyone else, and if the budget committee, for some of them, think it's okay to get really gonna have health insurance.
We're gonna do our best, and when the governor decides what we, and the state legislature decides what our town meeting is gonna be look like, we'll appreciate your support from the floor of the,
I mean, I don't know if, I was so, I was rather frustrated with it for you guys who have worked very hard for these budgets and then they go, nah.
there's 2 openings on the budget committee. Sign up start in the 20th and go to the 29th.
I'm gonna be figuring out which to participate in. But I have a question for you guys as the select board.
Sure.
Have the town looked at, the government grants that are out there for just many things in general to fund other projects and such? Is that an ongoing thing? I know Karen, you said you have 2 new kind of trainees underneath you.
So yes, we do have grant people. We're constantly looking and receiving grants. The fire department actually just got a huge grant to update some of their breathing apparatus. We're still working on the gopher stuff, but we do other stuff throughout the year. The police department goes after safety grants to help with patrols on 125 for both red light, speed, DWI. So we are very grant driven and do the best we can to locate and apply.
Yeah, I know, I was talking probably 4 or 5 years back to the rec department in Newmarket. They got a grant, I don't know if it's been applied as of yet, but to redo their, playground and make a splash pad, and the grant covered, I think, 75% of it if they raised the rest of it.
A couple years back, Timberland came in and did a lot of work on our playground for us, which
Yeah,
was on the same idea, but we'll make sure Andy looks into that.
just a heads up, the school playground need a little extra padded in their budget. Cause I don't know if
Not us.
they've had any stuff updated. I know it may come up,
Okay,
I don't know, I'm just.
all right, well, thank you for your input. Eliana, do you have anything?
Very worried if my benefits were on the hook, or if I thought that they might be.
She's worried about the message it sends to employees.
Oh, okay, I'm like, I can't hear.
So,
I'm sorry, I keep thinking that I'm loud enough, but I'm not.
No,
that's okay, I turned my speakers up a little bit and, you move them closer work better, so. But I think that's it, so if we have nothing else, I'll take a motion for
Oh,
adjournment.
well, I'm just concerned about the warrant article for the recycling. You
Oh.
gonna not do that, or,
Do we wanna put forth a
I mean, we talked about it, so.
advisory warrant article on recycling, whether we wanna continue it?
or change it.
Or
to
change
something
it, or
different,
even
'cause it's so
establish
expensive.
a, exploratory committee on the benefits versus the drawbacks? And do we have the numbers for, the special, what's the new name, Bob? Your charity warrant article?
Oh, regional association.
Regional associations.
The budget was 17.5, and then Becky Dunham's arranging a meeting for the next 2 weeks for them to make their recommendation on how to divide it up.
Perfect.
Getting back to what Phyllis said, I think we should do it, and then let the town decide whether they want it or not.
Yeah.
Currently, we're making $0,
Yeah.
and we're paying for it.
We're paying a lot.
Yes, we are.
So I would suggest that we put it as like a committee to explore the costs and.
Kinda like we did with the regional
Cost
association.
Yeah.
benefits. There's gotta be a benefit to doing
So
this.
I would,
Right,
I'd be fine with, you wanna make a motion to create an exploratory committee?
well, I would say put it on the warrant to see if
Okay.
the town wants to
If
do
there's
that.
any interest, okay.
Yeah, that's,
I would be fine, I'll second that. If you wanna make a motion, or do you want me to make a motion?
I'll
I'll make
make the motion.
Motion and a second, any further discussion?
I will work with the 53B Southeast Regional Garbage to come up with some numbers for,
So if town meeting approves it, you just became chairman. All in favor?
it. Alright, yay!
Aye.
Be careful what you volunteer for, cause it's a thankless job. Motion to adjourn.
who made the motion?
Hold on.
She made the motion, I seconded it.
Did we ever finish the negotiations with Comcast?
They never came in, right?
We sent you sent the
A letter.
agreement, the franchise agreement?
And so we have a franchise agreement, did they agree to give the seniors some benefit?
No, they didn't do anything.
No,
$2.
$2.
$2.
That's all they never came before us because of COVID, so,
So they,
And it's for 3 or 5?
10.
10.
for 10.
I thought it was for 5
There's no
this year.
competition anyway, so
Well,
it's
I
not
know
like.
that, but I just, Comcast just told me a week ago that there's new pricing structures they're gonna put into place with, for me, it's a month away. That they're gonna charge for streaming because too many people are using Zoom and have meetings at home and
It's-
working at home. And they're gonna charge you now for, if you exceed a certain amount of data transfer.
It was a large amount. There was a tech expert on,
I'm
The
just
news-
wondering, where are we in that scheme of things, because we use a lot of
well,
data.
business is different than personal.
That's right.
Okay,
And the tech expert on the news this morning said only 8% of Comcast customers actually exceed. It would have to be gaming and stuff like that, it's like a terabyte of data. After that, they're gonna charge you extra, and the extra was like $10 a month.
This
So-
woman told me that if you are looking at a show on Netflix, I forget what show she told me. The Crown, is that a show? There's some show. She said if you watch the episodes of on Netflix, there's 2 years worth of shows. You would use 1/4 of your data stream.
So if you watch 2 years worth of TV,
No,
you
but
would
it's not
use.
2 years.
You got that much time to sit there and watch 2 years worth of TV in a
There's a
week?
lot of people living at home. you
Is
know.
that 1 month or
Yeah,
Yeah,
within
that's-
1 month.
2 years of TV?
Budget committee yesterday that I learned was not true. It's in the legislature to figure out how we're gonna do town meeting, whether we're gonna postpone it or if we're gonna do the different options. And I guess the moderator workshop is next month.
Yep, February 6th.
So hopefully the state legislature has something worked out by next month.
Well, I think the way I interpreted it, they were gonna leave it up to the towns to decide how.
There's something in the legislative now to see
Oh.
what to do. Because right now the towns can't postpone it. Secretary of State said you can't postpone
Right.
town meeting.
But I thought when I read it, it was
They
gonna be
also
left.
said that you would have the opportunity to change it to July.
Right. Which, I don't know if I really,
No, I think we should just have.
nothing's gonna change by July because
Right,
No,
exactly.
it's not.
Um,
This is a,
60% of the population is not gonna have
no. This is a
inoculation done
cluster.
by
They don't
July.
have-
Well,
This
our
is a-
legislators are meeting at the University of New Hampshire in a drive-by legislative session. They sit in their cars.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's like a high five.
Chester did town meeting in their town because they do a June.
Uh,
They did the same thing. They used they bought a FM transmitter.
Right,
So everybody, it was almost like a drive-in movie
Yeah,
theater.
yeah.
Everybody had cards that they could hang out the window of their car.
exactly.
Oh,
The counters, we would probably have to get counters like golf carts or something to go around and count cars.
Our
Yeah.
acting Speaker of the House
I
said
could drive a
that was
golf
the
cart.
only way they would do it this year.
So, but
And
that's,
that was
They're a little worried now.
I like this 2-week thing to stop the spread is now led into almost a year. I'm just gonna point that out there. It's ridiculous.
Well,
Everyone needs to pull their big boy pants on, big girl
The
pants
whole
on and
thing
get
is,
moving on with life.
but you don't understand about, there are a lot of people that are really, really afraid they're gonna get this and die. Because a lot of people have died.
A lot of people get the cold, a lot of
A
people
lot
get
of
the
people, that's
flu.
right, I know, but there are a lot of
and
people that are very
I'm-
fearful
you know,
of this whole
I've
environment.
known many people that have gotten it, and
Me too.
it's been,
I'm working
I've,
with two
I've
of
only
them now.
seen one person that's had really a hard time with it, and they
One
were
person who
in their
had it and
eighties.
just came back to work today said she didn't even know she had it, she never had a temperature, and she had it for 2 weeks, and really had, it was.
And there's different strains coming out right now, so
Yeah,
you can
I am-
keep fear mongering
I am
all day long, it's not
encouraged
gonna
by
work.
what I
If
see.
you want a motion to adjourn, you have it.
Okay.
I have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion?
All right.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Happy New Year.
Good night, everybody, thank you for
Awesome.
attending.
What's his name?
Sorry,
I'm gonna ask him.
you were right,
The
we
guy-
should have,
that
How'd
has
they
the-
say?
Dana Clark?
Yeah, who's Dana?
He's still going, he was posted on, well, he
He
was
posted on-
involved with the guy that had.
Just remember
heart
Mike
attack and
Sister
died.
Live
He did?
people.
He was?
There was a guy that had a heart
Go,
attack.
Right, right, yeah, I know who he was.
The people that were running from that property actually came out and
nothing
Dana
I
Clay's
say
property and set off the
quietly,
thing.
privately, is
Oh.
anything we're doing.